Good. Whoa, no, no, no. Careful. That was a half a reverse clock. See that? What you do here? That here. That right there. That's a reverse clock. That's good. Good. Down. You that was a good recover from your speed. That was a nice recover from your speed. Up. Up. Oh, up. Too horizontal here. Woo! Nice tornado, then down. Yeah, you're gonna... Okay, okay. Oh, those are nice recovers, man. Nice recovering. Down. Up. Down. Okay, you could have pressed down. Okay, how do you do level 6? Down. Down. Up. Up. That's very good. I like the fact that you're making tornado spins. I think that's very good. I try to use them for turning and going vertical and horizontal. I think I fuck it up sometimes. You when not needed. Yeah, yeah. But it's, I mean, if you want to start doing them, I think it's great. I'm not gonna tell you not to do them. I think it's great that you try to do them quick, like early on. You really look like you know what you're doing, even though you go. I think you're going a bit too fast for yourself, right? But this is the third recovery you've made. That was I would have done basically I would have done the same thing. I recognize like what I would have done. That was a half reverse clock right there. Well done. Look at that. Boom, boom, beautiful. Then you press up, right? When the revolution is neutral, which is great. You're gonna keep it up, I guess, to make a tornado spin. Oh, another half reverse clock. Even smarter than what I would have done. I don't even know if I would have done a half reverse clock here. This is... No. This is really good. What the fuck? I thought you had some issues. Okay, the only problem is that you're going a bit too fast for only going up and down. Right? But, I mean, you're managing to do recoveries. Pour l'intro. Salut, salut Pingouin. No. This is... Salut Golden. À plus les gars. I thought you were gonna struggle much fucking more. What the hell? The guy's doing half reverse clocks and shit. This is really interesting. Up, down. Okay, we're managing the boost correctly. Perfect. Up, good. Then down. Perfect. Up. Down, perfect. Down again. Okay, it was a half reverse clock, but I think it was a bit too fast. Wouldn't you say? Look at that. Look at that. Too fast. But, you know. Oh, too bad. What'd you do here? If you had just pressed up, that would have been nice. Press up right now and you're good to go. Either press up or do a half reverse clock. Yeah, so you did a half reverse clock, but it was too... You're boosting on top of that, right? Yeah, if you had not boosted here... Yeah, it's another reverse clock. That was really good. You boosted. You should not have boosted. Had you not boosted, maybe you would not have touched the ring. It was a really good idea to have a reverse clock here, so... Ready? You started a bit early, which is okay. And then... So if you had started upright instead of up, right, you would have given yourself a bit more like tornado spinish fashion, right? And if you had not boosted here, you would be boosting right now, but instead of being here on the ring, you would be maybe here, right? Or maybe here. And your nose would be vertical. Yeah, but it's okay if you do a bit too early, right? Like, you seem like you know enough to maybe do that input a bit early, right? It's a bit early, but if you do that, if you do have a reverse clock, right now you will still go in between this way and this way, right? So it's fine that you're doing it now, right? The only problem is that you boosted while doing it. And on top of that, again, if you had done upright instead of up, you would have given yourself, like, 1/8 of an angle more in order to keep your nose vertical. Do you know what I mean? But all around, it's a really good thing that you try to do one, I think. Okay, how are you going to recover that? Up. Okay, we missed. Too bad. I got to say, I'm impressed. I thought you were going to struggle, man. I really thought you were going to struggle. So I don't even remember what question you had before. But, like, you don't need to ask questions. You look like you know what you're doing. You're doing the exercise too perfectly. You're managing your boost. On top of that, you don't do clocks yet, which is fine. But you do have reverse clocks, which is even better. Oh, okay. Why didn't we turn left here? Because we did have a reverse clock. Oh, what happened? Oh. So you didn't have the vector. Ready? Oh. So now your nose is a bit going to the left. Why? Oh. Huh. I think there's 2 reasons why you're not going left here. Let me check. Okay. 2 reasons. I think you could have lingered on the down input more before starting to do the half reverse clock. And secondly, I think it's just a tiny bit too fast. If I do it the way you just did it, which is about this speed right there. Yeah, you did it about that speed, right? So you don't really go left. You did it like that. Like, let me check to... Let me try to reproduce the speed at which you did it. Da-dum. 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 So I think it's a tiny bit too fast. If you had done it a bit like slower, but then let's look at the boost. Did you boost? Yeah, so you were full boost. Okay. Yeah. It's weird that your nose goes to the right though. But hey, shit happens. So yeah, I think the reason you didn't turn left here is because you went just a tiny bit too. I think you really were in between of like a fast reverse clock and a slow one, right? You were right in between, so your car didn't do shit, right? It went a bit vertical, and you wanted it to go to the left. I'm still like, why did you turn right though? So we have to look at the vector. Right now. So here you're going left. Your nose is there. Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. So the reason you're going to the right is because you make the first input a bit too early, right? So if you do an input at like 50 to 75% of the revolution, the input is going to do the reverse. And you start doing the input right now. Right now, you're about to do the input. So your car is in between 50, literally in between 50 to 75%. So if you press down right now, you're going to turn right. Right? And I guess you go to the right a little because of that last input. Right? It's like you're making more of a reverse clock rather than a half reverse clock. Do you know what I mean? And so if you start doing the Reverse clock now. I'm going to turn right. Exactly like that. Right? So if I do it here. Well, let me get vertical. If I do it ready here, I'm turning right. Which is basically what you did. Bam, bam, bam. Now. Shit, too early. My bad. You do it now. Yeah. This is basically what happened. And on top of that, so I did the same thing you did, but I did it a bit slower, so I really turned to the right. What you did is more like this. Shit. What I think I do quite often is I do inputs too late when I could have done them at a revolution before. The way I get a lot in situations where I have to recover. Right, so I have two things to say to that. First, sometimes you do them too early. Case in point, what just happened here, right? And secondly, you're right about the second thing. And how do you counter that? How do you counter doing inputs too late when you could have done them a revolution before? What is wrong here? What do you think is wrong? It's simple, but try to figure it out for yourself, and then I can tell you. How do you counter that? You will, by the way, with time, you will counter what you're saying. Right? You will compensate. You will not do that same mistake forever. But what are you lacking so far? This is why I've said you know what you're doing, and you have good recoveries, but you have too many recoveries. So how do you have not that many recoveries? One, because you're going fast. If you went a little slower, you would be able to not have those recoveries, because you would be able to anticipate. Right? The reason you're having those recoveries is because you're not anticipating enough what's going on here. Hey, Ains bro, how you doing, man? So, for instance, here, if you went a little less fast, right, and if you turned here, like if you had taken a vector here a bit like slower with less horizontal speed, right, you would not be in that situation, right? But I mean, I think it's cool that you still go that fast and you still manage to recover like most of the time. Because trust me, like if people who start doing air roll, if they have your level, usually they don't recover from the things you've recovered, right? Usually they crash because they lose tempo, they lose constants. Yeah. So what are you looking when you fly right now? What are you looking at? Are you looking at your car and the next ring? What are you looking at? Can you try to be aware right now of what you do when you fly? Are you looking at the car's revolution? Or are you looking at the next circle? My car. So with time, in the end, with time, you're not going to look at your car at all. You're going to see your car with your peripheral vision, but you're going to be looking at the next rings. So you're always going to be anticipating what's in front of you. Right? Just like when we drive. When we drive, we don't look at the hood of our car, right? We look in front of us so that we can anticipate and hopefully not fucking crash, right? That will happen with time. The more confident you feel the less you're going to look at your car. So right here, if I was flying, if it was me, I would be looking at the turn right there. That's what I'm looking at. And so from here to the turn, I'm going to be working on my speed and my vectors. This is how I would fly with my level, right? I would be already... So here I'm looking... I already see there's a hard turn left, right? And all I'm going to do from then on is prepare that turn as smoothly as possible. How you doing, Ange, bro? Sorry, my bad. I was focused on what I was saying. How you doing, man? How you doing, Ange, bruh? So yeah, this is... with time, you will anticipate more and more, right? But if it was me right now, I'm looking at this. And when I get here, I'm going to be looking at this. And then when I'm here, I'm going to be looking at the upward. You get where I get mega sick after I came back home. Oh, shit, man. You're so weak. I never get sick. Actually, that's not true. I get sick once a year, and it's like I'm almost dying, basically. Last time I got sick, I couldn't breathe, right? And it happens like once a year. How's your air roll going, Ange Bruh? Ange Bruh. Right, so let's finish it up. Up, down. Again. Okay, you're doing okay. I was about to say that's a bit too much speed, maybe. And there we go. The crash. So what happened here? Down. I love the fact that you're keeping your... I say that all the time on the Discord. People should pay more attention to like the third phase of the exercise 2, which is a whole tornado spin while doing up or down. Bro, my girlfriend got me sick. It's not even my fault. Then dump her. Lol. I've started up the practice again now that I'm home and also not dying. Good. Probably finally time to watch that flip reset video. Yeah. It's easy. What I'm saying is easy. Don't worry about it. Obviously, the hard part is going to be having enough car control to get to the ball well. But then, like, doing the reset is, like, doing a fucking reset is so goddamn easy. Like, there's, like, you only do the same thing. Like, literally, left down. Like, this is so easy. I don't know what people make, like, hundreds of tutorials to just don't say that. Look at that. It's so easy. It's, all you do is just go left down. Obviously, the better the setup, the cleaner left down is going to be. But I show that in the video. Left down. And here, left down again. Boom. So here, I didn't do left down. I went like this, boom, boom, right? It's a left down has, like, the cleaner your setup, the less there's going to be variables, basically. In the right place of that emotion, actually. Yes. So, yes. So the hard part is getting that set up. So, boop. Okay, I'm gonna finish the video with a soupy. Okay, so we were here. Okay, so you get down again. Oh, this is what fucked you up. Did you see that? Wrong input. It's too bad because you were going for it. If you press down right now, you're going through the ring and you're slowing down. But what did you do? Look at what you did. You ready? You're going down here and then boop, going right. I think you wanted to maybe like do have a reverse clock, a quarter reverse clock here. But again, I think you did it. Let's check. Yeah, that's too fast. That's too fast. You basically, you did this. Look, you did this. Right? This is not going to make you turn. In order to turn, you need to let the first input create a vector. This is how, like, in order to know if it's slow enough, if your vector has been created, it means you've lingered enough on the down input, then you can do your reverse clock. Right? Rings map with less speed, or what do you advise to work on from where I'm now? Honestly, I think... Well, let us finish the video and then do a little recap. Salut Manu, ça va? I think he wanted to do it, but anyway, he went too fast while doing it. Right? So the first vector here did not appear. Look. You're going down. So you, like Manu said, you do it a bit early, but it's fine if you do it early, because if you do it early right now, right? If this makes you go left when you're neutral, then left here should be towards, like, to the left and towards us. So it's fine, right? But the thing is, you try to do have a reverse clock too quickly. It was too quick. So you always need to, so how do you know if it's slow enough? Well, if the first vector has appeared, then you can start doing the slow one. You can finish up with like a slow half reverse clock, right? I'm thinking about all the people who say that it's unteachable. Like, nothing is, like, if you analyze, there's always a reason something happens. You just need to know what the fuck you're talking about, right? But Look at what happened. So it was a good attempt, right? I appreciate the attempt. But I think, so here's my thought. Because you're going too fast, it makes you think, so it makes you panic, and it makes you do half a reverse clock too quickly. Now, if you flew slower all around, if you went slower all around, you would not panic on those at those moments, and you would maybe focus on a slower half reverse clock, right? That's just my thought, right? But I think it's an all-around problem. Because you're going too fast, sometimes you panic. So sometimes you have to recover because it makes you mess up. You do nice recoveries, but sometimes you cannot do 100% nice recoveries, right? So here, if you went slower, you would focus on that half reverse clock, but you would probably hopefully do it slower. But it was a good attempt anyway. Okay. Why did you do it here? So you try to do... I appreciate the fact that you're trying to do them consciously, right? Look, half reverse clock. You ready? Boom. But again, you do it too early here. Now Manu is right. Because now you're going like... You're neutral, right? And you start doing it here. So again, if you do a half a reverse clock starting from down... in left arrow, and you do it too quickly, you do it in the middle of the revolution, which is about here, you're going to go right. This is why your nose is pointing right. You don't know what you did there, okay. But it's interesting to still see the conscious try. So, okay. I'm going to do the recap now before I forget things. The negative points, what we just saw, right? You do inputs at the middle of the revolutions sometimes. So you got to respect your tempo. So that's a tempo issue. You got to respect your tempo. Even more, if you're looking at your car, you have even less excuses to be making your inputs when the revolution is not neutral, right? No, I think it's good that you try to implement them. I think it's a great thing, really. The earlier you do them, right? The earlier you do them, like the better off in the end. Just like learning how to directional arrow. Like if you wait 3,000 hours to learn how to directional arrow, it's going to be even harder for you, I guess, to learn it, right? But if you just started playing Rocket League and you start because if it's the longest mechanic to learn, it's also the one, to me, that needs to be learned the earliest, right? So, a little tempo issue. It's fine because you don't always do an input when it's reversed. Well, when the car is reversed. But a little tempo issue, try to still be as clean with the fundamentals as you can. Then you may be going a little bit too fast. But I don't really know if it's a bad thing because you seem to be recovering. And if you mess up and you try to do recover, well, while doing a recover, you're still learning a lot about your car's movement, right? Right? So that's it. So a tempo thing, the tempo issue, you may be going a little bit too fast, which makes you panic and which makes you make wrong inputs or good inputs at the right rhythm, at the wrong rhythm, like the half reverse clocks that we saw here. So your speed is maybe bringing more issues, but at the same time, it's bringing you opportunities, right? Like a recovery is an opportunity to learn a lot about what your car's doing, right? So yeah, the speed thing is either it's a bit good and it's a bit bad. And then, yes, the half reverse clock, so the rhythm, it's a rhythm issue. At least twice here, you've tried to do half a reverse clock, but the half reverse clock was too quick, right? So, yeah. I'm going to post this to YouTube, by the way, if that's okay with you, because I was not expecting that one to be as interesting. So I'm really... Hopefully people didn't hear too much of the outside noise, because I didn't close my window, because I was not expecting this to be, uploadable. But I think it's a really good one. It's a rare one. That's what I like. Okay, let's continue. down. Okay. You still try to do like a half reverse clock. I think it's good that you try to do them, really. If you didn't feel as good as with exercise number 2, which you do, if you didn't feel that comfortable, I would say it's a bad thing. But because you feel good, like just going up and down. Wait, I want to see the half reverse clock. Where is it? Where is it? Dun-dun. Okay, that's fast also. So yeah, see all the speed that you have? Do you see, like, look at your horizontal speed. So you're going down, you're fighting gravity, and on top of that, you're going forward. So you need to be anticipating more. Oh, that's the 4th issue, the last issue. You need to start, anticipating more. In order for you to anticipate more, maybe you should slow down in reality, now that I think about it. We've said it before, but I forgot about it. So you need to anticipate more on the next rings in order to not have to recover that much. So in order to anticipate more, you maybe need to, my God, you maybe need to slow down. Some fast reverse clocks are because I want to go a bit more vertical because I thought I went too fast. Okay. But it's not about being vertical. Slowing down is not about being vertical. Slowing down is about going the opposite way of where you're currently going. So now you're going downwards and in front of you. You're going horizontally and down, right? You have a horizontal speed this way. Wait for it. Yeah, there we go. Horizontal speed, and you're going down because of gravity. So in order to actually slow down, you need to put your nose now towards the camera because we're going downwards. You need to go more upwards. So that you need to go the opposite way, which means the nose a bit towards the camera. And you don't do that here, right? So you keep going the same way, right? You try to do a half reverse clock. Right. So if you just could slow down a bit, I think it would be perfect. Right? I understand. Yeah, you understand. It's not about being vertical or horizontal. Slowing down or speeding up means slowing down means going the opposite direction of where you're going. Now, if your nose is going if this is the back of your car and this is the front of your car, if your car is going this way, then if you get vertical, you're not necessarily going to slow down. You need to put your nose towards where you were going, which is to the left, this way. And now you're actually going to slow down. I would turn by doing a very slow half reverse clock. No. You would turn by doing a half reverse clock, but maybe 2 in a row, like this. Look, I'm going to go horizontal. I'm going to go from horizontal to vertical to the nose pointing towards me. Look, 1, 2. I did 2 half reverse clocks. 1, 2. Takes me 2 revolutions, right? I can do it in 1, but I'm doing like more of a reverse clock, right? I'm cheating here. I'm doing half reverse clock, then I'm pressing down, right? Right? So here I do half reverse clock quickly, then I press down. So I get vertical, and then I press down like that, just like that. But you can do this, or you can do 2 half reverse clocks, right? Let me do it cleanly, just like that. There we go. Right? 1, 2. Or you do 1 reverse clock, and then you press down because you're vertical. If you press down, your nose is a bit gonna be. If you're very vertical, right? Very vertical. Shit. If you're very vertical, and you press down with air roll, you're still gonna go like your nose is still gonna get behind you a bit towards the screen, right? So 1, 2, right? Half a reverse clock, then down, right? Half a reverse clock, then down. You can keep down, and boom, it's gonna make you turn to the left a bit, but that's fine. Okay, or again, 1, 2. But in order to do 2 half reverse clocks in 2 revolutions, what do you need to do? You need to anticipate. Right? If I go supersonic and I need to slow down, and now I'm doing clocks the other way, right? Make sense? Does that make sense? Oh, wrong input. That's a little fuck up right there. Got it. Makes sense. Okay, good, good, good. Tell me if it doesn't, right? Because I can reiterate. Hopla. Now you're going down when the revolution is like 75%. What's going to happen? You're going to turn to the right. Booyah! To the right. Are you going to recover? Hopla. No, it's fine. Up, down. Okay. That's bad management of the boost, right? Oh, it was the end. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. On top of that, if you slow down, you should start implementing clocks. Okay? I would like for you at some point, and I'm sure you can do it, I would like for you to start implementing clocks, just like I say in the training plan, because at some point I think you would be ready enough to start doing lock and clock on a few levels. Like this. So you're here. Oh my god. What? Okay. So you do this. Bam. And then just lock and clock. I'm managing my boost, but I just do lock and clock. And because I understand the rhythm, I can be on a neutral revolution, I can be on a certain input. So I do either clocks a bit faster or a bit slower, depending on what I need to do next. This is also good because it makes you anticipate a lot more. Here I'm going down, I need to turn to the right, so I'm going to need to be pressing up at some point, which I did surely at some point here. Salut talks. Okay. This is an exercise that this is not how you fly in the end, but I think it's a great thing to go through when you're learning / training, because it shows to you a lot about what you can do, right? Then you go like do this, up a bit horizontal, and then boom, vertical. And then bring back the verticality, right? Okay, bam, 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 full revolution, down, up, down, down, up. Oh shit, I fucked up. That's fine. That's fine. And on the last ring, a little clock. Boom. Okay. Good. So yeah, a bit of a tempo issue. Be careful of doing the inputs when the revolution is neutral most of the time. And your speed is be careful of your speed, because either you're going to be too fast and, you're going to have to recover. So that's going to train you a bit. But you need to anticipate more. Right? But I think all around you're doing a pretty good job, and I'm really happy that you're starting to do half reverse clocks. I think it's a great thing. I wish you had done clocks before that, but you could start implementing clocks too, right? There it is. So we all say goodbye, YouTube. Goodbye, YouTube. And that's the end of the YouTube video. Bye, 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 bye. Bye.